Hi, I'm Joseph Smarr. I'm a software engineer at Google, and I helped work on the code to modify Deep Dream for these Dreamscapes. It's amazing to think how exciting the progress that's been made recently as in deep learning and machine learning more generally, and this work on Deep Dream to understand what's going on inside the models. But even more exciting to me is how much it's just obvious we're only scratching the surface. I mean, there's so much more opportunity ahead for machine learning to take over more and more facets of what we do in all of our work, and also for us to gain a much deeper understanding of what these systems really are doing, because they are still sort of black boxes, which is a little scary when you think about how much faith we're putting in them and how much we want to be able to control and improve them. So the good news is I think the secret's out by now, and there's a lot of really smart people looking into it. So the next few years should be very exciting indeed. Beyond just improving utility, I think it's very exciting to think about the ways that AI is going to continue to light a fire under us creatively. I mean, these Dreamscapes are a really cool example of something where an artist was able to do something so much more powerful than they were on their own. But we're really just getting started. When you think about music, when you think about video, when you think about understanding all the information in the world around us and being able to present that in an artistic way that makes people think differently. Just like with any other field, I think AI is going to be a key piece of helping us digest and find patterns and express and visualize the information in new ways. And so I think the AI toolbox is going to become just like the painter's toolbox in the future. It's going to be a key piece of almost everything we do. It's been funny for me as an engineer who normally just works on useful applications, for lack of a better term, to have now been working in the service of this creative work. It's been amazingly gratifying to do that, but it has made me think a little bit differently about what type of user interfaces I build and where my work ends and the artist begins. And I guess the biggest thing I've learned is to just set them up to do their thing. So expose the different options and parameters and try to give the artist feedback as quickly as possible. Try to make it easy for them to do quick little tests before they spend time building the big full version of something, and then just let them go. And Dan Ambrosi, the artist of these Dreamscapes, has completely blown us away with how creatively he's used the tools we built him, and I think it was just setting him up to succeed and then letting him go. I've lived and worked in Silicon Valley for half my life now, and the thing that just continues to amaze me and delight me is how supportive everyone in the community is about helping each other succeed. You might read in the press that Google and Microsoft and Amazon and Facebook and startups are all battling each other, but in fact we all know each other, we're all friends, and we're all sort of trying to help each other out wherever we can, because Silicon Valley is one of those places where it's not just a small world, it's constantly changing. And people who are at a competitive company today might be working with you in the future, and vice versa. People who've made money stick around and try to help the next generation of startups. And so it just incentivizes you to show up and be interesting and always take that meeting and try to help people out, and it always comes back tenfold. So that's just something really special about Silicon Valley that I'm always trying to do my little part to help encourage. It's been so exciting visiting Guadalajara and seeing how burgeoning this tech scene is. I mean, you've obviously got great talent here in a city that has also this amazing art and architecture and so forth around. And so, outfits like StartupGDL and these meetups at Wiseline, all these things that just encourage more people to come understand, meet one another, feel like they can take a risk, they can get help. I just think the more of that you do, interfacing with these great universities you have, ETESO and Tec de Monterrey and so forth, the more you guys can just keep meeting each other and keep knocking down those barriers and encouraging each other, sharing stories of success and failure, that all just feeds back on itself. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start working in tech, I think my main advice to you is just don't be afraid to get started. If you're passionate about something, if you have an opportunity where you want to make the world better in a certain way, don't feel like you need to have all of the background or qualifications or have all the answers. Just start getting your hands dirty and figuring it out, because inevitably in all of the great startups of the world, people didn't know what they were getting themselves into. They didn't know what they know now, and they failed a lot. And that was okay as long as they were able to learn and iterate and keep going. And none of these answers have quick solutions, but your unique ability is to know what you want to do and to just be relentless and to keep learning, keep pivoting, listen to the data. And it's amazing. You can be successful in so many different fields if you're just willing to do that.